Hey everybody, it's Doc and welcome to the channel. So today I've got kind of a quick and dirty video for you. This is a project that I started yesterday. I didn't think it was going to be very intense, but it ended up being a little bit more technical than I thought it was going to be. So I thought maybe I should just back up, show you guys what I've done, then finish the job, and you can kind of backtrack if you want to take on this project. So essentially, I needed a constant power source for my beloved ARB refrigerator slash freezer, and we are taking our new Denali Yukon, which is this beautiful behemoth, and ARB actually supplies you with the option of buying a cable that you can hook directly to the battery, and it's a heavy gauge wire, it's fused, and essentially you drive it all the way to the back of your vehicle or wherever you want in the vehicle, and then you can have a constant power source for your fridge or for whatever else you want. And you're saying, well, why don't you just plug into the plug-in in the back of the vehicle? Well, one, it's not constant, and two, even if it was, the wiring is, I guess, thin enough that it would actually overheat and then shut off the fridge when I wouldn't want it to shut off. Now, the ARB fridge supposedly, because I say supposedly because I've had it kill the battery once, has some sort of intelligence where it won't drive your battery all the way to being dead. But again, like I said, I had it happen once. I can't explain it, but it has not happened again. And that was when I think I left my refrigerator running in the car unattended for like 5 or 6 days. When I go on trips, I've never ever had a problem. So what we have here is, hang on a second. So I've got the battery cover off, and what you can see here is this is the ARB cable. It's a little bit crimped because I've actually used it before on my Denali Sierra. And then here's the ground, and it's a heavy wire. And then I have driven it all the way to the back of the vehicle. And just for an example, as you can see, you want to stay away from the exhaust, of course. And then what I do is I usually find whatever other wiring is running back, and I follow that and zip tie it. Then when you get to the back wheel, which we're just going to take a look, so I'm not going to crawl under there, you want to obviously go up and around the wheel, which in this case it wasn't very hard because what I did was I just set it basically on top of the wheel well. I've moved to the back of the vehicle. Now you can see where I've brought the wire up over the wheel well and zip tied it in appropriate places. And then there's in the very back of the vehicle, there's a rubber gasket here that obviously wiring goes into. That's where I've taken my wire into. And essentially there are little compartments, little square compartments in there. I don't know if they designed it for different wires to go in or not, but I accessed one of those, and then on the top side, which I'll show you, I actually filled it with silicone seals so I won't get any leaks or any exhaust fumes in the car. And I've let the ARB fridge sit in the car running overnight just to make sure that everything was okay. I don't know why the display's freaking out on the camera, but it's 2 degrees, which is perfect. So it's working great. Nothing's overheated. The car started fine. So before I closed up everything, I thought I would do that. I'll show you where I access the inside of the vehicle. As you can see it right there. Looks like I need to put a little more silicone in there because it got jiggled around a bit when I was moving the wire. Then the wire exits up here. Here's where we accessed from the inside. And as you can see, there's a couple little different compartments there, maybe for different wires to come in. Maybe they thought of that. And you can see I probably need to add a little more silicone there because I was moving the cable around as it was still wet. So it looks like I need to fill in a bit. But as you can see, the wire goes forward, and then it pops out up here. This is really only going to be a temporary installation, as I am going to probably upgrade to a plug in the wall or maybe a plug right in that cup holder in the back compartment there. I think that'd be nice because that's about where the fridge backs up to. And then I wouldn't have to pull out too much cable, and it wouldn't get in the way of other stuff, and it wouldn't be sticking out. So let's put the back of this together again. But as you can see, this panel just kind of pops out, and you don't have to pull it all the way out to get access, which is kind of nice. Let's put her back together. So first step will be to pop this panel back in place, which you just essentially move your hand over the rubber seal and just kind of pop her back. There's a little nut that goes up here. And then we have one of our two cargo points back here, which, there we go. I want to say that's a T40 Torx head or Torx bit. Don't hold me to that. I'll correct that if I'm wrong on the video. And that's all tightened back up. Whoop. And then we have this little clip here that goes in like that. Oh, try that again. There we go. So make sure you get the panel to go under the weather stripping before you snap it back in place. I think we're pretty good there. Oh, a little bit there yet. There we go. Then we have a little piece there that snaps back in. And then the big tray slides back in. Believe it or not, the only thing holding the big tray in is these two little hand nuts, which something to be aware of is over here is a panel with a fuse box, and then hidden in that panel, that's where your jack is hidden. It took me a while to find that. And then we have this panel which kind of snaps in on the top. Do that one-handed. There we go. And that snaps in place. Here's the finished project. As you can see, my ARB is very happily running, and it fits very nicely in the compartment. There's good cord management in the back, and that is it. Pretty awesome little project, and I'm very happy with the results. Like I said, I'll finish up later. This is, the long cable is just a temporary thing right now. Like I said, I think it'll probably be best to have a plug probably up in that little square cubby behind the cup holder. Not that we'll ever have anybody in the third row seats, probably ever. You guys have a great day. We'll see you out there.